65 race. Just got a bad start, worked my way through, last lap, made the pass, came first. 85, it was good. I got the third, maybe second around the first corner. Just made my way up, came into first, and then just paced it from there.
All right, how's the track today?
It's rough. It's like, they've put like clay underneath, so it's rough as. And
Is it motocross?
yeah, it's motocross, you can't complain.
Good to see you. Right, how's the body feeling after doing 2 practice qualifiers and now 2 races? How you feeling?
I am back to that sore from standing up, but should be all good.
All right, indeed. Hey, what do you do to recover after a day like this? And you've got to come back and do it again tomorrow and again on Sunday.
Yeah, I just go home, have a rest, have dinner, go to bed, wake up and do it all again tomorrow.
Beautiful work. A pro. Thank you, well, Nico. Thank you for coming to join us on the podium. NZ #1 today. Well done, Nico. And he quickly whipped up here on the trick bike as well to make it through in time. So, thanks, Nico. Good to see you. Yeah, right, 94, Seth Morrow, Jaden McKenzie hanging off the back of the bike, 1-1-2 go, Cooper all the way, big boys 1-2-5 racing. See whether these guys are as good as the young guys, 12 to 14 years plus, laden with more talent than we've seen in years as far as the 12 to 14 1-2-5 class. So I tell you what, are on the move. Some of these guys really would have to look out. There's 713 to go past. Cole McMillan out of Thames on the Kopu tyres, the Riders Circle, mum and dad supported YZ125. Now, a good example of so many good families that have made the move here. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you very much, because the best memories your family will ever have have made a game to New Zealand champs, and particularly the more fun you've got to do. The first ever that my oldest boy Chris did, 1994, we went all the way to Mosgiel. Man, did we have a time, and the whole family can talk all about stories that we did from that massive roadie all the way down there. So, just part of the stories. I think at the time, from memory, I think I might have had, I had my first diesel Hilux van. Hilux washed me out there, a High Ace van. So some cool memories of taking a big roadie all the way to Mosgiel, and I had a real affiliation with the Mosgiel club following that, and we'll be back to cover many events. Of course, they're the second highest club as far as hosting New Zealand Junior Motocross. Started in that 94, and they've had plenty of them along the way, and over 3 great different tracks as well, which you've got to appreciate. So well done to Mosgiel and District, keeping up the tradition going for some great New Zealand Junior Motocross. So well done to that club. Of course, they celebrated, I think it was their 50th, was their 50th last year, I think, from memory. Had a big reunion for 50 years at Mosgiel and District. Born out of the Otago club, being generally a road-based club, and here was the sport of off-road racing getting bigger. So little Mosgiel over the hill started the club, and they had a superb club rooms. I tell you what, the fun we've had in that club rooms after events, the fires going, and the lemonade is served, so got to have some great memories. All right, back to the sport we've got here at the moment. Robinson Prestige, the home of Audi, the home of GMSV, the home of Chev, the home of Skoda, the home of Volkswagen, and the home of Seth Morrow in front. Jaden McKenzie for the second place, down to Cooper. Out there at the moment in second place, Cooper Phillips on that pump and supported Troy Lee New Zealand Workshop Graphics, Boys Motorcycle, Flying W, KTM SX 125. So bit of a hot act to be following at the moment. 226, 225, 21 in there. Another one to continue with our updates as well. So 125. You got those top few guys that are really busting it out there and making a bit of a move on, and the others behind them that are charging hard. Of course, Wills Harvey, brand new National 125 champion. Fresh, of course, from being 2 times New Zealand Junior champion. So some a great pedigree on board. He, of course, is not a junior any longer, and neither, of course, in that class is Ruben, who we've talked to today. So that leads numbers 2 and 4 in the national rankings of Seth Morrow and Cooper Phillips as being our next front runners in our class. So well done to have these guys hot from their racing in Taranaki last week. And Taranaki, what a rabbit out of the hat we had up there, with over 100 mils of rain in the 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You thought never are we going to race on Sunday, and hell we did, and what an awesome track that unfolded for us as well. So pretty excited to be going there at the moment. Here we are, Brad. Pretty cool when you watch the kids when they hop on a mountain bike and they come up here on the infield. I like that because at the same time they're sort of relaxing, but they're also, you know, keeping that body warm, as we just talked to Nika about. You've got so much energy to be put into your moto. You just can't go and stop and rest up until the day's end.
Oh, it's amazing how much physical conditioning and strength and work these young juniors do these days. And I tell you, 3 days of big moto, you've got to keep your muscles moving and keep them active and make sure you're cooling them down and warming them up appropriately. So there is going to be a lot of fitness, mental and conditioning strength that's going to need to be required for this 3 epic days of New Zealand Junior Motocross. It's going to be spectacular.
Indeed, brought to us by FC Motorcycles and everything. You've got your vibe, you've got your ears on at the moment, as they say in the RT world, because you've got all the radio comms as to what's going out there, what's the feel from a track maintenance point of view and event organisation, everything going to plan.
Yeah, there's always a few little things when you've got a brand new track. There's been so much bulk earthworks done on the place in the last fortnight. So there's always going to be softer bits, harder bits and stuff that's, and I'll tell you what, to have 240 of the world's top elite junior motocross riders, there's bumps that I've never seen on this property before developing this weekend. So it's going to be something we'll just keep an eye on. And the track team, absolutely amazing job they've done here. And have a look at it, it's formed up beautifully. All the dual line sections, a lot of work and preparation's gone into those. And I think we're seeing some real great racing and some good passing going on.
Indeed, there it is unfolding for you from Brad, Club President Extraordinaire here at Manawatu Orion for 2024. Continuing with our update at the moment, you sort of get out in the breeze and you can actually put up with it. It's annoying more from the fact that it's wind rather than anything to do with the temperature is concerned. So to have all this condition here to ride at the moment, it's sunny. I tell you what, when you looked at the forecast as we did last Friday, Saturday into Sunday, there was showers on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and we thought, oh, how much, what are showers, you know, how much is it going to be? And out here we get close to the event and there's only one bit of rain forecasted in the 3 days, and that will hopefully, and we won't want a bit, tomorrow night. So there you have it. All right, now Robinson Prestige in our 15 to 16 125 lineup standing outside. We were certainly getting a feel for that one. Where's my little man Frankie? Back there, 22nd place. Come on, Frankie. Picking up at the moment. Hard work to do on that 125. Go, Frankie. One of our cool young dudes in the club, like all the young guys. So many of them that give me a hand at working with the event. Speaking about that, shout out to Declan Piper. Declan gave me some big help yesterday. Always thank him. You know, people like Frankie coming to my aid as well. Young Travis and others. Logan, who's doing our riding sweep here. These guys pretty awesome when they say, "Hey Neil, want to give you a hand at a club event." Nothing better when kids put their hand up to say they can do that. I tell you what, very heartwarming indeed. So keen to look out for that one as well. So looking out for our update and Brad, the public will be enthralled with what they can see for Ctas, showing a very nice Manawatu day. It even shows green grass, which is a little unjust in a lot of ways, because as we know, there's not been a lot of rain, but just enough to keep the grass green. For people to get an idea, we've actually had to put water on the track to make it as moist and as damp as what these conditions are here at the moment, because nature was too dry. And of course, the sand needs moisture to hold it together, and that's why you're starting to see those berms build up. If there was no moisture in there, that dirt would only just move on the ground. It wouldn't form into what we call a berm, which helps that corner to roll, and we can see those lead riders just in there at the moment. 94 for Seth Morrow, man. This man's impressive, of course. Born in Southland and raced there, started there with minis and juniors, but in the last couple of years the family's moved to Auckland, where it's a whole new league for him. In fact, remember, Brad, he actually went home to Southland for this equivalent event last year and went back on his home track, so nice to see him the way he's matured through our junior motocross. A likeable young man, and what a professional. We're going to see him for a long time to come as a top runner in New Zealand motocross.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just remembering he won a New Zealand title last time we were here at JuniorMX Park. He was our 8 to 11 years 85cc champion, so he loves this place, loves the sand riding, and man, he's done a lot of work over the last handful of years on that new CML the CML gas race team, and just the professionalism. Talking to Seth, just how awesome he is, and man, he's put a lot of work in, so it's great to see him out there with a decent lead here in this one here. Loves it at the moment. He's got T-Man, his little brother, out there as well, so welcome to the whole Morrow family. Saw Grandad in the pits. It was great to see him here this morning as well, so fabulous stuff here as we got this class here. Certainly some hot pace with Jaden in there as well. Coop, go Coop, 4NZ and Senior 125cc Racing, so that's magical. And what a summer he's had. Aiden Hall as well. We've seen him at round 1 at Rotorua, and he just narrowly missed out on some podium glory at round 1 of our senior nationals. So just goes to show, although these guys are the juniors, these are the superstars of New Zealand motocross coming up through, and fabulous as we've got about 2 minutes remaining on that race clock.
Oh, indeed, keen to pick up again. Another man we just spotted here, Blair Diamond. Blair's another Manawatu man on that Johnson motor. In fact, he's not from Manawatu, but he comes and does our Manawatu events. He too's always one. Hi, Neil, how you going? And just love the laid-back attitude. And I love the fact that young people today can feel, able to talk to adults. In fact, in my time, kids had the place we shut up when adults were talking, but now you can get great dialogue with kids, and I just find it awe-inspiring to think that, this is the people of our future, and man, part of the reason why I've loved junior motocross for so long is the people that these riders turn into are the people that I want to see a lot more of in our world. So, so cool. Junior motocross, long may it continue. Loving it here with AFC Motorcycles in our 2024 Junior Champs, the 45th edition of this championship in New Zealand history.
All right, the clock got 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining on it, so that will certainly expire on this pass around as Seth Morrow joining us. Seth has just started his second to last lap there, so the clock will definitely expire with 1 minute to go. It'll be white flag time next pass around. Starting to get a little bit exciting, these championship points. We talked about it in a couple of the motors before. There is only 5 opportunities to score championship points, and we know how just unpredictable junior motocross championship level racing is. So to come out here and grab 25 points will be a big box tick for the dynamic Seth Morrow magical 3NZ performance in Senior 125 racing. He's the current 15 to 16 years champion, or he did that on his former home track at the Sandpit. It is great to see him out there in front. Jaden McKenzie, really good to be a man from the Pukekohe area. All he's got is clay-based tracks to really ride on to come down here, and he is running a quality top 2 as we've got it all unfolding nicely here, Neil.
Robinson Prestige, you'll find it on the big corner at Rangatiki JFK at Palmy North. If you visit us from outside, take an opportunity to check it out. You won't find a vehicle franchise like that elsewhere in the country. It is absolutely a par for world class in its presentation. Quality brands, quality machinery, of course. The overall setup as well with service spares and the showroom in there, along with a massive range of vehicles outside, of course. Formerly the home of Holden, so there's still plenty of used ones of that the team have been able to find, and they're presented like no other. Take a wander around, of course, go with that, the prestige of Volkswagen and Audi brands, to say the least. So pretty impressive. Robinson Prestige.
All right, checkers time. What a job done. Seth Morrow gets it over the finish line. Checkered flag waves in a lap time. He's got the white flag out now, so not quite checkers yet. We've got caught it a bit early. We're one for white flag. We've got the flag coming out, so white flag now. Seth Morrow, absolutely dynamic performance. Jane McKenzie's still there within striking distance, but he is got a big mountain to climb. He's got a little bit of a gap, and then back to third place as well. So this is some great racing here. We've got Cooper Phillips and Aidan Hall going at it. That's a live battle for third place here at the moment. There's plenty of high flyers out there, junior 125 racing. 15 to 16 years, the top age group. We've got two separate 125cc racing classes, the 12 to 14s and the 15 to 16s. And I tell you what, looking at lap times, I would love to have seen a 125 all in, because I reckon it'd be a hell of a mix up here. This is going to be good. Our 125 racing is just going off at the moment.
Now, you mentioned a very unlucky name through there, Brad, that of Aidan Hall. Racing last year, he was in the 14 to 16s as the class was called. He won the first race, and beat Cooper Phillips in the first moto, and then crashed in the lost the second one, so we got second, so it was a points tie to the next day, of course, and then he crashed and broke his collarbone, so we did not see at all the best of Aidan Hall, and he's taken a while to come back from that. Wasn't until end of winter before he got back on a bike into spring, and of course a hero and a favourite for his home Awagaponga summer cross event. Been working on that ever since, and we're watching his motor get better and better. So Aidan Hall on the way back after an unlucky, what could have been an NZ #1 waiting for him last year, has got to wait, because hopefully he can put it in together here for NZ #1 this time. So Aidan Hall coming back.
All right, here it is. So the update: Seth Morrow, Jaden McKenzie still there. Cooper Phillips, Aidan Hall, that's still 3 and 4. It's Ollie Corbin, that'll be a top 5 on the cards. Then go back to the 103 of Delton Manson. Finn Lennox is in 7th. Harrison Reichenbach there for 8th. Max Pagan ahead of Declan Piper. That'll take us down to 10th place with Jack Thompson coming through in 11th at the moment. So like we said, some high-flying names there, and the future of New Zealand motocross in very, very good hands. And right now, 15 to 16 years, 125, brought to us by the legends at Robertson Prestige, of long-time supporters of the Medal 2 Club that have supported us for a number of different events. As we start to get pretty excited, the checkers are out, and it's going to be a race win. Seth Morrow gets the job done on the CML Gas. He will be absolutely elated with that one there. 1 box ticked out of 5 so far for that man there to defend his 15 to 16 years, 125cc crown. As we roll through there, Jaden McKenzie comes through. He will be the one there for second place. So quality top 2 finish for Jaden, and he stays right in contention for this national championship. We're looking out for that battle for third place still to come through. It is going to stay with Cooper Phillips on the pump, and Boyd's Motorcycles, KTM machine, and then go back to the 100 of Aidan Hall, who will wrap up that top 4 coming through. Next will be the local man, Ollie Corbin, on the 219. He'll wrap up a good top 5, so some very, very good championship points coming his way in a very highly contested 15 to 16 years 125 class. Let's cross down to Neil, who should have our defending champion of this class, who's done one of the 5 jobs he had to do this weekend. Let's cross down to Neil.